You probably didn't think about that or look at it when you hit register.
Well,
I registered, I'm done.
right, and I put it on my calendar.
Hmm.
Like I noted it on my calendar, but then I'm going back to look for the link. And anyway, carry on. I had a breakthrough this week.
You did.
I did.
What was your breakthrough?
My breakthrough is that on my second attempt at a buyer's journey for a different brand, I nailed it, and it literally showed up the next day.
I'm sure glad I
Wow.
have the recording saying that.
So I kind of went back and corrected the first one, the Villagallo, a little bit just to make sure it was progressing the right way. And I'm not going to worry about it. It's showing up. So, but it was, I was missing the consideration part. You know,
Oh, you didn't have all 3 pages.
I didn't have all 3 pages.
Oh,
but it was still showing up. It was still showing up, but it wasn't done properly.
no, and that
So
can do you more harm than good, because if you
yeah,
don't
so
finish the pages and the people are sitting there going, well, now what do I do?
yeah, so the second, well, I had it linked. I had the first page linked to the third page.
Is it?
It was fine.
The 4th page.
No, to the third page.
Well, that's the decision page.
Right.
That's
so
not the action page.
The action page is where everything is pointing to.
No, the action page is where the 3 buyer's journey pages point to.
Point to, right, which is my website.
Right.
Yes, I'm talking about page 1 and 3. So what is it? Awareness, consideration, purchase. I had awareness linking to to what the third page is.
Purchase or decision.
I just put the middle one in there. It's fine. But the second brand I went after was a different brand, and I did it properly in the right order. And it, like, everything showed up the next day, which is great. What I don't know is how, how this plays out over time.
Well, one of the best indicators is just look at your analytics. I guarantee you, because I've looked at several people's analytics for just their buyer's journey pages, they flip and flap and work. The traffic that's coming from them is tremendous. So you have to be careful that you make sure that you do them correctly, because you're going to get traffic right away. Just like you saw, you got it up in the next day.
Because I did, so basically the Google would be either Maison Hotel. Well, what was funny about Maison Hotel Clothing in Los Angeles? That's, or near me. That's what the Google would be. That's what comes up. And it was so funny because the first page, I actually reversed when I looked at it, when I Googled it, it came, I had put in Hotel Maison, so I had to go back and correct that.
What was it? Maison Clothing, Los Angeles?
Maison Hotel Clothing, Los Angeles.
Number 2, number 3. Both.
Right, but one of them might be my site.
Both of them are your site.
Right, I know, but one of them might be the buyer's journey and one of them might be the site.
What is Maison Hotel Clothing? That's your buyer's journey, correct?
Right.
That's the first one. And why choose Maison Hotel Clothing? I'll guarantee you that's your consideration page. Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Look at that.
So, and what's interesting is if I just do a Google with Maison Hotel Clothing without Los Angeles, I think it comes up it has pulled, I think it has pulled my listing for my website up as well.
Mm-mm. It will for you because it's you searching. Google's going to show you your Google business profile. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, but I was doing it on an incognito.
Google still knows who you are and where.
They know who I am.
Yeah, that's like, oh, nice try hiding, but we already know who you are.
Yeah, because you keep Googling the same things.
But I'm only getting the hotel. If I did a near me, you wouldn't come up at all. But this is good. This is very nice. So
Yeah.
you got your buyer's journey pages, awareness and consideration, both up there, top of the search engines, right below the hotel itself. You couldn't get
The
better.
hotels noticed.
You can't pay thousands of dollars for anything to happen like that. And how did you know to do this, Barb?
Gee.
Cheat? Is that what she said?
No, I said, gee, I don't know. Let me think.
Another
Anyway,
success story.
yeah, I mean, I just don't, it's like, I'm, while you guys are carrying on, I'm gonna look at my analytics for a minute and
I'm going to see if I can check in with Zen.
Wonder where Kevin is.
So you're now going to expect a bunch of traffic, Barb, right?
well, let's see, what am I looking under?
Go to the reports, and then I believe it's acquisition. It's the second one in the column on the left side.
And you got it in Los Angeles, and that's not small potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I say. And you have come up in the second day. Okay, then that's very good.
No, that's an example, Thomas, what I've talked about. Now, what would happen if you created 50 sets of buyer journey pages, all on different topics and different keywords? Think of the presence you would have on Google.
Barb, under engagement, go to pages and screens.
Okay.
Biggest one I've gotten is San Diego.
You'll see the names of each of the pages in there. So
Mm.
it was only yesterday that those things showed up, right? When did you put them in?
I think I finished it like on Monday, maybe.
And Google's 24 to 48 hours behind in analytics, so you probably won't show anything till maybe later today. Definitely by tomorrow, you should see if those pages have been clicked on.
Right. I'm looking through everything.
Well, if you don't see anything even closely related to those page names under the pages and screens, then it isn't, you don't have anything yet.
It hasn't picked it up yet. Yeah, I mean, I have other hits on the brand on my website, clicks on my website.
Mhm.
So anyway, I will carry on just to get now that I've gotten the routine down.
Yes.
And the prompts for a GPT chat, now I can just plug it in and do it. So
Okay.
now my
But
other
wait, hold on. We've got to stop this. I didn't even pay attention to it the first time. Okay. Let's back up to how do you create the buyer's journey pages, Barb?
how am I creating them?
Mhm.
I'm warming up my chat.
Go past writing the articles. How do you set it up in your site?
I don't understand the question. I have pages in my site.
Okay.
So
And-
I create a new page. Oh, this is good. This is because this will answer, these are some of the questions I had. So let me open a page in my site. This
The-
is actually where I was going.
The simple question is, did you use the same template for your buyer's journey pages that you use on the other pages? And I already know the answer.
Mm, By template, what do you mean? I would say no, I don't.
No, you did not use the same one?
No.
You use the same information but a different place.
No. The template itself, the template,
Oh.
the design, the overall template of the website. That's what I'm talking about. What template did you use on your buyer's journey pages?
I don't know what the question is because I'm opening a page. I'm just adding a new page on my website.
No, you're not. That's my point.
I am.
No, you're not.
Okay. Tell me why I'm not.
Because if you just create a new page on your website, it's just another page. It is not the buyer's journey page. It's just another page in a website. You can have all the information on just the stage, but that's not the method that you want to use. So I'll ask you why.
Well, I don't know. This is what we had discussed way back when.
No, you never heard me say that.
Yeah, because you sat with me and said we did it together. Because
What?
my question is how do I get it? Originally was how do I have a page that's not connected to my site?
Yes. Okay, that's exactly what I'm getting to. And yet this page is connected to your site.
Looks like it is our site.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It is your site.
But that's what we did.
No.
Well, it is, 'cause
specifically
it's-
said you have to make sure that you use a different template from the one that your website uses. I've
Like a
always
blog
said
post
that.
template.
If you use the same template that all your other pages use, then you have this situation where the buyer doesn't go through the buyer's journey because I'm going to decide I'm going to click on this, or what kind of arrivals do you have? What kind of designers? What kind of styles? Well, let me see all this other stuff. You just stop them from going through the buyer's journey.
So I have to go on to another platform, which is why you
No.
guys
Oh,
I don't
You
understand.
don't need another platform. You need a different template. Look
do
at
it like a
this.
blog post.
Hold on. Look at this website. Where do you see any method to get to the rest of the pages in the website?
Well,
And here's the main website.
right.
This one uses all the links. It's got the header and the footer, and up in the header, you can see the menu and you can get to any page that you want. But when you
Right.
go to this buyer's journey page, you cannot get to anything other than the buyer's journey pages. If you take the time and go, well, what's this button down here? You could, or you can just continue on the journey. And then once you're at the final stage, now you allow them to go to your site. They're not in your site if they're on a buyer's journey page. You cannot let them get to any other page in your website.
It's a singular focus.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So
So I still
you're-
have the links up above and the links at the bottom.
You got everything. So they can go anywhere they want in your website. That is not the purpose of the buyer's journey pages.
Okay, well, I don't know how to,
Here's what you should have. The way you can see my page now. You can't see any menu. You can see nothing. None of this stuff goes anywhere, even these things. Get rid of them.
okay, well, I don't
Can you
know
look?
I don't know how to do that.
Second template. A
I,
different template that has none of this stuff, that has the same colors, but it does not have the footer information. It doesn't have the header information. Has no way, doesn't have the breadcrumbs, has no way to get to anything but what you are telling people. Which
so
would
is
be
that
a small-
installing a separate template?
Going back to one of our first discussions, I don't know Magento well enough to tell you if you can have a second template. It could be like WordPress, where you can only have one that is enabled,
Right,
one theme that is published at a time.
correct.
But a blog post
Now-
acts kind of similar to that.
If you keep saying blog post, and I don't
Yeah.
understand what you're talking about, but it's your blog post, it doesn't make any difference. It's still going to have all the stuff that allows you to get to the rest of the site.
Right,
The point of the buyer's journey is to have a template that has nothing except the buyer's journey pages have one link to the action page, and one link to the next buyer's journey stage, but you cannot link back to the previous buyer's journey stage. If you go back to the original image that I sent to everybody, you can see that you've got 3 pages at the bottom. They're linked one direction only to each other, and then they're linked to the action page. There is no other method to get to any page in your website. So you want to address this immediately.
well, I don't even know how to address it. So,
In Joomla, I can have as many active templates as I want and assign them each individual template to a page. I don't know if Magento has that capability. I know that WordPress does not, so you have to install Elementor. And when you go through the Elementor process, and I thought, sure, you were in that meeting when I showed people WordPress. Just for this reason, because you install Elementor, create a new page, select the canvas, the Elementor canvas layout, and that strips everything off of the template. And now you only put in there what you want, which would be the buyer's journey content and the single link to the next page of your buyer's journey and a single link to the action page. That's all you want on those pages. It's done well, it's coming up, but you want to correct it before it gets thrown back from Google. I mean, that's a great position that you're in. It would be easy enough to just ask your developer, can I have 2 templates published at the same time, active? See, let me ask Kevin a question while you're looking.
yeah.
So Kevin, I'm gonna warm you up like I do with AI. How are you today?
None of your business.
That would be a Gemini retort. So can you create me some new personas about VoIP phones?
No.
Well, so I see you're up to your same tactics. I think there was something I was going to ask you. I'm trying to think of what that was. I don't remember what I was going to ask you. So why are you here today? Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Why are you late?
I had more important things to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you can see there's about 10 other people that had the same thought.
Oh, I thought it was 20.
Mm. Had 12 people signed up today. All of them are previous visitors.
Are they getting lost in transition?
I think they did what Barbara did, and they failed to put it in their calendar because they were thinking the gremlins were going to come along and somehow say, hey, you got to join that meeting right now. I don't send out gremlins. She's trying to ignore me. She's gone down a rabbit hole. I don't know if we'll ever get her out of it.
It's gonna drive me crazy.
Search your history if you're trying
That's,
to
what do
find.
you think I'm doing?
Oh, just type in part of the word so it pulls up anything related. Don't type in a long thing, just type in just a part.
I'm,
What do you do in those situations?
Take my gummies.
At least then you'll have an excuse.
and it's funny because I'm seeing other things that I had up at the same time, but I'm not seeing that. Oh, well, it'll,
Was it this month that you searched for it or last month?
it was yesterday.
Oh, well then search just yesterday.
I did.
Everything that you have in there from yesterday. Are you using Firefox or Chrome?
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome?
Yeah. Mhm.
So Tom, I only got that one page take squared away yesterday. I got pulled away on something else. So
Well, that was a rabbit hole that I would not want to go down.
yeah, it's gonna just take more time and effort, and
Yes,
I think it's one of those things where I've got to slowly crawl through it.
that organizing all that stuff is not an easy method. And the only person who can do it is you. If
Yeah.
somebody else organized it, then you would have to learn how they organized it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's all on me. I have to square it away.
Well, let me show you something that takes the weight off of you.
Okay, I found it.
So, oh, you did? How do you
I
like
did.
this page, Kevin? Do you know what it is?
No.
Just looking at it? It's an awareness page.
Why? Because it still has the headings on there. You got home, new arrivals, designers. You know, from the guy that keeps telling me certain things, a buyer's journey page shouldn't have that type of stuff on there.
We already went through that with Barb. I scolded her. That's why she's looking at what she's trying to find. There is something that may
sorry.
be helping her to have this second template.
Sorry, Barb.
Anyway,
I didn't know it was
Yeah, she already got an earful from me.
Sorry. Thanks, Tom.
So, what was the name of this thing that you're looking for, Barb?
it's called Show It.
Show it. Okay, I did.
And it's not for a second it's really for a template for my homepage, I don't think they have a shopping cart. So that's why I'm like,
No,
and then there's another company that does templates for Show It called Tonic.
and the reason I'm saying no is because I was like 70 to 80% sure that as soon as I got to this page, they're going to say, yes, create it on our site. No. And that's what it looks like to me. You're going to have all these templates. Aren't they great looking templates? And they're going to stay on our site. So you go create yours.
So that won't work.
I'm saying that you're going to create a situation that's going to put you in less control than you already have now. You have something else that you have to contend with. So if you created something in that site, how is it going to be used in your site?
It
In
would
your
be, it would be a homepage.
How is it going to be implemented into your site if it's created on their site? That's
That's the question. And
Oh,
you answered it. It can't be. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like that was like a real novice newbie question, because
right.
I don't necessarily like, can't you just take part A and connect it to part B? No.
Well, see, the thing is, you can do things like that, obviously, because they've got their site up, and you could make it part of your site as far as the user is concerned. And that's where a lot of these companies come from. We're only interested in helping you do all these things with your site as far as users are concerned. So it's easy for users and you can do all these things. Oh, we're not telling you that it's going to destroy your SEO. We're not telling you that it's going to destroy having any ability to get these pages up in the search engines. That's why Wix and Weebly and all these others have been scrambling for the last 2 or 3 years, trying hard to comply with Google's mandates so that those sites can actually work into the good results. The problem is now you can put all the SEO in it you want. But those sites, depending on the platform, either it's going to be extremely difficult or it can't be done to have buyer journey pages. Because we're back to, again, the issue with the template. That template needs to be part of your website.
Right. So there is I hate when I can't find the answer that I want.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same thing. I still keep thinking that Magento.
So there was another product that was just templates that people who are using the Show It site are using templates from this other company called Tonic. And I think they are just templates, but then I have to figure out if it can be used with Magento, right?
Mm-hmm. Ah,
Um,
I thought
Yeah.
I'd come across something, but it's garbage.
yeah, I think there are only templates that are going back to show it. I think.
Oh, that's what's interfering. You're using Magento 2, isn't that correct?
Correct.
And some of the responses say Magento 2, well, okay, but you're only installing one theme. Why does that have anything to do with the question that I'm asking? Multiple themes, not Magento 2. I didn't even say that. I see something here.
So I know that someone in my other group, I know that they have a WordPress site and they did use Show It. I'm
Well,
not sure.
yeah, you can do that. I'm just saying that's just, you're not considering SEO when you're using somebody else's site for whatever reason. Doesn't make any difference.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing is this other group is, I don't want to say, I haven't gotten into it enough to know, how everybody splits up in terms of their knowledge, but it's definitely more of a creative site, a creative group,
Mm-hmm.
working with AI. So I'm not sure what percentage of them actually understand that working, with something that isn't your site, how that will impact them. I don't know that they know that
Oh,
or
yeah,
think about it.
that's what I'm saying. You didn't, and I'd say that's the vast majority of website owners. They're going, well, this seems to work. That why not use it? And there's nobody that it's associated with helping them create that new method of whatever it is to stop and say you don't want to do that because they just keep their mouth shut because they're going, well, I'm either getting paid for this or I'm selling this product to them, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, all these websites seem to show up on Google, so
Just depends on what it is and how it was done. If you used that Show It and you created a theme over there, how would you connect it?
I don't know. That was the question. Now the thing is, could I create something over there and then replicate it on the front end of my Magento? I'm just talking about a homepage, because the rest of it is a shopping cart. So there's not a lot you're going to do with the shopping cart part of it as far as creativity goes. You don't want to get really wonky in a shopping cart. So, because my Magento is sort of a drag and drop situation and you can create things. So, would I be able to create elements on Show It that I can't create on Magento, but maybe can replicate? I don't know. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Well, I get what you're trying to do and think in your mindset is that, well, it's just the homepage. I still wouldn't do it. I am seeing more of this. Yes, you can have two different themes It's just that they're not necessarily selectable. And this is even coming from Adobe. Two selectable themes. The only way I know how to do this is by setting up separate store for the second theme. But this will mean double content and SEO confusing. And we can force load the new theme selected by a customer. So it's creating what I was talking about earlier, creating those store themes. Create a separate store for the different themes. Do you have any special questions, Kevin, before I stop the recording? Robert?
And think of